When I watch a movie, there are three areas I need to be engaged by. Three parts of me that need to be compelled to really enjoy a movie to its fullest. My brain, to think about the world in new ways or to make me think about something maybe I hadn't thought about before. My heart, you know, to get invested in the characters and to feel for them, so when they're going through hard times, it hurts, or when they're going through good times, I celebrate with them. And my eyes, I want to be engaged visually, you know, the beauty of what's on the screen, the colors and the framing and the way a cinematographer can use those elements to move me and engage me. I love all three. When a movie hits all three, it's a home run. When a movie hits 2 out of 3, I probably like it. If it hits 1 out of 3, boy, it better hit it really well, or I can't buy in. The Immortals, which I saw this weekend, hits one of those three. The eyes. It is a stunning movie. The way especially that it uses 3D. I would encourage you, if you do see it, which I'm not encouraging you to do, more on that in a second, but if you do see it, 3D is the way to go, because the way the cinematographer and the director use that scope and that depth, they use it in some ways I've actually never seen before and found absolutely visually stunning and beautiful. It is a beautiful movie, but you know what? It didn't engage my heart, and it didn't engage my brain in any way whatsoever, and I think that's kind of why I walked away from the movie going, that was actually kind of boring. As much action as there was, and as cool as some of those scenes were, and as beautiful as they were, it didn't mean anything to me. And I was trying to put my finger on why that might be. Why I wasn't engaged by the characters, and certainly there were some story issues and some plot issues and some of that kind of stuff, but I actually think it was the violence. This movie is extremely violent, and what happened was that violence treated the people on the screen more as objects to be cut in half or torn asunder or exploded or whatever the case may be than real people. So the people on the screen never felt real. It didn't feel like anything was really at stake because they were just objects to be used in some sort of violent way in the scene. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's almost like violence porn. Just as in pornography, people are used as objects, I think in this movie people are used as objects, but in a different way, in the sense of violence instead of sexuality. So I think that's why it never connected with me, because of that extreme violence. And let me just tell you, if you don't like violence or gore, stay away from this movie. It is chocked full of that kind of stuff. Every imaginable way to make somebody end their living, to put it nicely, is explored in this movie. And at the end of the day, I think that took me out of it more than it put me into it. And I feel like their goal was to go, oh wow, that was cool how that arm came off and did this, or that, you know, thing exploded. And I just go, yeah, but a water balloon explodes, and it's kind of cool when a water balloon explodes too, but again, that's an object, and I don't feel anything for it. And so when you treat these people as playthings in a world of violence, I just don't get attached to them. So I guess I would not recommend this movie. It's not engaging in any way except for maybe some visuals that you might see. If you love violence, if that's something that, you know, clicks your switch, I guess I would say 2 things. Number 1, you might like Immortals. Number 2, you might want to see somebody about that.